Hey everyone, I've been seeing a lot of buzz lately about these Focal Vestia No1 bookshelf speakers, especially from folks who love warm, detailed sound without breaking the bank on floor-standing towers. I get it. You want something that sounds rich and alive but doesn't take up half your living room. So I finally pulled the trigger and picked up a pair, and after a few weeks of listening to everything from jazz trios to movie scores, I'm ready to tell you whether they're worth your attention. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, these speakers have a classic look that actually fits in most rooms. The black finish is clean and understated, so whether you're going for a modern minimalist vibe or a cozy bookshelf setup, they won't scream "look at me." That's a big deal if you're trying to keep things tasteful while still getting great sound. I've got mine sitting on sturdy stands next to my turntable, and they look right at home without dominating the space. Now, let's talk sound. The Vestia No1s use Focal's exclusive Slatefiber technology in the mid-range and woofer. What that really means is a smoother, more natural mid-range that doesn't sound honky or nasal like some budget speakers do. I played a Miles Davis album through them the other day, and the trumpet came through with this lovely, open quality, no harshness, just pure tone. That's the kind of clarity you usually only get from much pricier setups. The tweeter is another standout. It's a 1-inch aluminum inverted dome, and it delivers crisp highs without being sibilant or fatiguing. I noticed this especially when listening to female vocalists, no ear strain, just clear, detailed treble that lets you hear every nuance. It's the kind of detail that makes you want to sit closer and really listen. Something I wasn't expecting was how well they handle bass for their size. They're only 11 inches tall, but the front-firing port gives them a surprising amount of punch for a bookshelf speaker. I wouldn't call them subwoofer replacements, but for a small to medium room, they fill out the low end nicely. I've used them with a small sub on movies and they blend really well, so you don't feel like you're missing anything in the action scenes. Build quality is top-notch, by the way. These are made in France, and it shows. The cabinet feels dense and well-braced, which means less resonance and more clarity. I've seen cheaper speakers where the wood vibrates a bit when you turn the volume up, but these stay solid and controlled even at higher levels. That's peace of mind if you like to listen loud sometimes. Another practical benefit is the sensitivity. At 90 dB, they're efficient enough to work well with modest amplifiers. I've driven them with a 30-watt tube amp and a 50-watt solid-state unit, and both sounded great. If you're building a system on a budget or just want something that won't demand a huge power amp, these are a smart pick. I also appreciate the thoughtful design touches. The front port placement is clever, it reduces boundary interference, so you don't have to worry as much about placement against a wall. I've had speakers before that sounded muddy when I moved them an inch, but these stay consistent even when I tuck them into a corner. Let me be honest about a couple of things. First, they're not tiny. If you're used to ultra-compact bookshelf speakers, these might feel a bit large. But honestly, the extra size is part of what gives them that fuller sound. Second, while the bass is impressive for the size, if you're a basshead who loves deep, chest-thumping sub-bass, you'll probably want to pair these with a subwoofer. They handle the low end well, but they're not designed to shake the room like a tower speaker would. All in all, these Focal Vestia No1s are a fantastic value for anyone who wants high-quality sound in a compact, stylish package. They're built to last, sound natural and engaging, and work well with a variety of amplifiers. Whether you're spinning vinyl, streaming your favorite playlists, or watching movies, they deliver a listening experience that feels more expensive than the price tag suggests. If you're in the market for a pair of bookshelf speakers that balance performance, build quality, and aesthetics, these are definitely worth considering. Check them out using the link below and see what you think.